guys, it's Rick Shaw here. It's the 5th of June. We got some coffee perking. We picked up a coffee pot yesterday. We were able to get TV and some TVs and things like that. Our little TV was broken. It was sitting up on the dresser on a box, and I looked at that. I said, I wouldn't do that. It's going to get broken. Sure enough. And then when it did get knocked down and broke, I didn't want my sweetie hollering at Maddie at all for that, because just anybody bumped that dresser and it was going to fall, and it did. It fell. So that was a real bummer. But that TV, it was a Samsung, and it didn't come with the little screws to mount the bracket. And it's this oddball, and I went around a bunch of hardware stores. Now people tell me there's a screw and nut place somewhere out here that, you can get any screw or nut you need. And it's like, yeah, well, I didn't know that when I was looking for it. So that was a real pain. So when we were in the store, they had the same TV again. We liked it and everything, but you know what? They can keep it. I bought a different brand. So, and we got some pretty good deals on. We got some good deals on that. We got a sound bar for the TV. We wound up getting a Samsung because the price was really good. They had some different off brands I never heard of, but we had good luck with that Samsung TV. Not with their phones, but their TV. But we ordered our couch, and it's just the store that you ordered from. I think they got one truck, and it's like way the 23rd before the delivery, and we can't bring it home. Plus, they won't sell us the one there. They got to make it, so it just was kind of stupid. That's the way that goes, though. But one thing happened when we went into the furniture store. I can't think of the name of the store right now, but the security guard had no face shield at all on his person. He didn't have it on top of his head, didn't have it anywhere. None of the people in the store had one. And he said, you have to get a shield. Well, I had gone into the store with one, and then came out because I wanted to get the tape measure. We picked up a mirror and stuff like that. And I wanted to make sure that it was going to fit on this wall over here. So he's telling me, you got to get it. I said, look, pal, you're not wearing one. And there was 5 guys standing by the cash register that work at the store, and all the women and men that worked in the store, none of them had a face shield on. But I had to go back to the car and get mine, because he pointed at a sign that said you must have a face mask. I said, well, where's yours? Go get yours on. This is bullcrap. And this is just how absurd it's getting, guys. This is just how stupid it's getting here. Unbelievable. But we had, when we brought him down, they wouldn't give me a direct, straight answer saying that was a mistake on the paper that we had, saying it was this interstitial pneumonia. She said it cleared up, and I said, hey, it said on that paper that this is fatal. And she just wouldn't come out and say that the dude made a mistake, but she said, no, his pneumonia's cleared up, he's fine now. And then his blood work that was done was good. His numbers are good, but they want us to keep him on the vitamin A and iron and vitamin C and all that. So we're gonna do that. We got another dose of that for another month, and he looks and acts good. So I guess they wouldn't come out and say it was a mistake. She just wouldn't come out and do that, the doctor. So, but because that's a pretty serious thing to come and tell you your baby's got a sickness that could be dead in 5 years without a lung transplant. This is the medicine here in the Philippines, guys. Just know you're going to run into some real weird stuff, just like that mask thing at the store. It just gets so absurd here. I shake my head. But my dang back went out all the driving, and then the frustration from the driving. My wife doesn't realize how stressful it is to drive when people are constantly cutting you off and bullying you. They just bully you on the road. It's just ridiculous. You'll come up to a light and you'll get ready to go, and all of a sudden these 50 or 60 motorcycles will filter in, and you can't pull forward because you'll hit them. You will hit these people the way they're cutting you through, and you miss a whole light. And some of these lights are 130 seconds long. To me, that's just stressful, and it hit me in the back. We stayed at our friend's house, and man, the back wasn't good. And then driving home yesterday was just a nightmare. But we picked up Mama. We're going to go to the beach on tomorrow. We're going to take a little trip down to the beach. My check actually cleared, so that's why we got the TV and the couches coming. Monday, when we have to take Mama back on Monday, we're going to stop at the Gai Tai and order our dining room stuff. Today we're going to run around and get medicine chests, and my wife wants to pick up a few things, but that's where we're at with the house so far, and that's going to be pretty cool. And I got nice hangers for the TVs too. We're going to hang them on the wall. The cool thing was, on the hangers, they had hangers at the Ace Hardware that were a lot cheaper, and not just in price, they were just cheaper. Well, the one that they had at the S&M where we bought the TVs from, the one came with one already, but we had to buy the other one, and it was 2,200 pesos, which was considerably more, double what it was over at the Ace Hardware. But I was telling Faye, I said, sweetie, this is a good one. And I don't have to go buy anchors or anything. It came with some good metal lags in it already. 2 of them for the top, and then plastic ones for the bottom holes, which is fine. That's the way I would hang things anyway. You don't need the heavy duty ones on the bottom there just to hold it in place. And so I said, hey, look, this is quality. Plus, it was real easy. You put the one bracket on the TV, and then you just hook it in there, and it snaps in, and it's locked in case if somebody bumps it. You got to pull on a thing to get it out. The other one that I had picked up, you could just pick the TV right off the wall. Real easy. There's nothing that holds. It's just gravity's holding it in. So I didn't like that one. And then the True Value, the other one I looked at, even though it was big and beefy, it just wasn't. I didn't think it was the anchors. They gave you nothing but little plastic anchors with it, and no screws for the TV. You had to buy those separate. So, but the TVs we bought, they don't got any oddball screw size, none. And the guy at the store opened up the bag, and he showed us that the screws fit into the back of the TV. They pulled the TVs out and tried everything, showed us how to set them up, to get them to link. We picked up our application for its PLDT. This looks like what we're going to have to get here. It kind of sucks, but it's what we're going to get. We want to get that hooked up as soon as possible. And then, I got a lot of things to hang, like the mirror and all that. And we're getting there, guys. We finally got the dough to get all this stuff taken care of. I wish the couch would have been able to come quicker. We got Tropical Tim right now, tentative date. He's going to come visit us next week, late in the week, and with his sweetheart Ray, and we're really looking forward to that. That is just too dang cool. Love those guys. Never met Ray personally yet, so we're going to meet her this time. But also, I wanted to say too to Wes. I'm gonna hit me up on the messenger or something, or on the telegraph. We'll get your address. Maybe when we're out today, we can get you paid on the machine here on our really nice somebody said a good name for that's the Red Baron. I thought, okay, that's a pretty good name for it. I kind of liked that. I don't remember right now who said that, but it was a good one. I called it the brown bomber, but that's a good one, the Red Baron. So the kids, they've been chawing at the bit to ride, so we got to go out today and do some more, pick up a few more things for the house. I got to get some hardware. I got most of the stuff already, anchors and all that. And then I got some stuff coming from COD from Lazada. I ordered just more little things for the house. I got some more of the filters for our big filter thing. I'm still trying to get this ridiculous company that's completely ignoring me now that built this house to tell me, hey, you want to put this water pump in a tank? What do we got to do? Just take the money and go buy the crap. I got no shower again. This morning I wanted to get a shower and turn the water on. It's just barely trickling out. I don't know what the hell's up with that. It was more in the mornings now, and it's almost 5 now, 10 to 5. So that's really, really ridiculous. And another thing that's just unbelievably ridiculous here that they're doing, and they're doing it in different parts of the country, and I don't understand it. I was a high voltage electrician many years, and if we had to shut down for something, we would install everything. You don't shut down someplace for 12 hours. This is a scheduled shutdown, they call it, and they're going to shut our power off from 6 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the evening. And what the hell is that about? And I've heard this has happened in other areas. One of the subscribers here said it happened in their area already. I guess maybe it's their rolling blackout. When it comes to power here in this country, don't ever think that it's cheap. It's extremely expensive here compared to the States. Now, California was expensive out there too, but it's very expensive here. When we lived in our first little house, we had one fan, and everything was LED lights, and that was before we had the cooker, and electric was still $20. Now we've never had an electric bill over 1,500 pesos. We don't run air conditioners, and in this house I doubt we'll be running them very much because we just don't. I don't have the need for one. And this place is so much cooler. If you want to come to the Philippines, and it's the heat's something that gets to you, this is definitely the area to come to. It's just so much cooler than it was over in Carmona and GMA. You can go to the Gaitai, but I hated it over there. To me, it was cold. It was just downright cold over there. Because we went in the evening and I just had a shirt on. We were out all day, and then we stopped at the buddy's hotel, and then at nighttime it was really stupid. We parked in the same spot, but when we went to walk in, and there weren't any spots to park, that was our spot to park. Well, at nighttime they closed all the doors. They got all the doors closed, I guess, to save on security. So we had to walk all the way around this building, all the way to the back of the building, and go through security there, which I'm just shaking my head thinking, what the hell? And all we had on was a light sando, and I basically, for all of us, were freezing. My wife had a jacket, but we were freezing. But that over in Tagaytay, it was just too expensive, and houses are real expensive. When we first come, we saw a house. We looked at a house over there. It was Tagaytay area. I think it was just on the outside. I can't remember the name of the little town, but it was just ridiculous. Like 5 million, 100,000, and it was a shack. It needed everything. The eaves was all rotted and fallen down. Water didn't work in it. It was just dingy. It hadn't been painted in years. Block was cracked all over. The doors were rotten from termites. And they wanted 5 million because it's the area, and I'm sure whoever came in there probably either just tore the house down or, totally redid it. And it's like, I didn't want to spend that much when I first got here. I was like, no, I want to go real cheap, because who knows, am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it here? Now 8 years later, no problem. But I didn't want to go spend on $100,000 and get something I wouldn't be able to get my money back out of. So we just bought that little, and then I wound up getting the house that was almost the same for $8,000 instead of $100,000. I got it for $8,000. So, and that's where we lived there for 6 years, and it had its problems and all that. We called it the 3-bucket house, because every time it rained, you had to put 3 buckets out. But didn't want to fix it. I didn't think we were going to stay there that long as we did, but I didn't want to fix it up because my wife would have wanted to stay. And I did not like the idea of every single morning 5 and 6 piles of dog crap. Our kids, when we were over there, always had the sniffles and sick and green boogers and all this stuff, because the dog poop in the heat over there would turn to dust. And then, of course, these other little kids run and step on it, and it just crumbles to dust. And you're breathing that. And I was glad to get out of there. I was really glad. And then we rented in Carmona on the main drag, and then we wound up renting that house. And now finally we're here after a couple years. They're starting a new house over here. People that had paid when we did, so I guess we're one of the lucky ones. We got ours done quicker than most. And they got new crews. They don't just have the one crew working now. They got a crew working down there. There's, so they got a whole new crew of people in, and they're staying in the little shack over there and living there. I heard them last night when we come in, but nice fellas. Faye brought them some water for coffee and stuff like that. And, she was talking to them. They all seem like pretty decent fellas, and they're working. They get up early, and they're over there. They're kicking butt. They're the block guys, so that was cool. And rebar. They were out there cutting rebar and stuff. But I guess they won't be working too much today. They better start early and get their rebar cut. We had last night. I slept pretty good, but I wake up different times during the night, just where my eyes crack open because I hear something or something like that. But for some reason, and he finally quit now. I think maybe he had a heart attack, but there was a dog over here behind us that just just nonstop all night. Just, what's up with that? What kind of owner just lets his dog bark like that all night? It just, you go out and you beat him, or you do something, or you put him in a cage, you do something. You don't just let the damn thing. It had to be terrible over at their house. I mean, because we're a good distance away. And then when I got up this morning, I went out to look for the thermometer, guys. Somebody got the thermometer. I put it back in that pot every time, and for some reason it's just gone. I don't know where it's at. Maybe I left it. I might have left it here. But, yeah, I think I left it here, but I don't know where it's at now. But it felt like it's about 72 degrees, and that's pretty good. But we've got our ant deal again this morning. I put some of that stuff out, and they're eating it. But I don't know what it is. Every morning these ants come out. They're gone in the day. As soon as it starts getting bright, they're gone. But they come out at nighttime here, and they're just making trails all over. And so I decided I was going to feed them. And they love this stuff. I put a little bit of that borax and sugar on there, and they go to town on it. But I haven't cleared that nest out. I got another one over here, one of them, borax, and they're in there too. And then I put some in the garbage can down in the bottom. And they find that too. It doesn't matter where you put it, they find it. They find this stuff and they eat it. We pretty much got rid of the carpenters and the red ants. They're non-existent. You hardly see them outside at all. This borax and sugar works really good. I think I said before about the mixture, 25% borax and then mixed it with boiling water is working perfectly. It's just absolutely fantastic. They go after it. I did a little bit too much borax, and they didn't want to take it. So, but I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. This is Rick Shaw out. Good morning.